Wheeler is a Senior Associate at the global legal business DWF. He primarily practices in property and development law, acting for local and national clients as they work to redevelop and revitalise the Newcastle CBD, Honeysuckle and Greater Newcastle region. Originally from central western New South Wales, Alex is a graduate of the University of Newcastle Law School, and he moved back to Newcastle to pursue his career in law and hasn't looked back. Away from the law, Alex can be found taking full advantage of the gentrification of Carrington, whether it's a Sunday morning coffee or a jog along the Newey Parkrun track. Welcome, Alex. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
To begin today, could you tell me what career path led you to where you are now?
I've had a very traditional career path, I think. I finished school and I moved to Newcastle to study at the University of Newcastle, and from there I obviously graduated and started with a small firm, moved on to Spark Helmore for a number of years, and now I've recently joined the global law firm DWF.
What motivates and drives you?
I think like most people, success is a motivator and driver, but I think it's really important how you define what success is and that type of thing. I think for me, there's so many things that can define what success is, and it's not money. It's not always money, and it's not always those types of material things. I think contribution is a really good example. Whether that's contribution that you make to your community through organisations and charities and those types of organisations, whether it's the contribution you make to your clients and the outcomes that they achieve, or whether that's the contribution you make to the firm and growing a business and innovating the way you do things. So I think it is success, but it's defined a lot more broadly than that, I think.
What's been the biggest learning curve in your career?
It's not necessarily one, I guess, event. There's been a series of instances or learning curves. But at university, you're definitely taught the black letter of the law and how to interpret it and how to think like a lawyer. But in the real world, it's a very different state of affairs. Particularly in the commercial world. Obviously this doesn't apply to every area of law, but in the commercial world, it's certainly very important that you think commercially for your clients as well when you're considering the legal issues and you're giving them advice. It's not just about applying the black letter of the law, but considering the issues, considering the commercial context that you're making those decisions. Because I think that's really what your clients expect of you, particularly in this day and age, is not just to be black and white and to give them an opinion in the entire commercial context of what they're trying to achieve.
Where would you like to be in 10 years' time?
Right here in Newcastle, I think. Newcastle, I mean, you only need to look out most office windows. That there's so much change happening in Newcastle, and the long-term opportunities for all professionals, especially younger professionals, are limitless, and I think it's a really exciting time to be in Newcastle and to be a young professional in Newcastle, so I don't think I'll be going too far anytime soon.
And to finish today, have you had any significant hunter-based mentors during your career that inspire you?
I've been really lucky through my entire career to have a number of mentors, and I think that's one of the great things about the legal profession. There's always people willing to mentor you. At the moment, I'm very lucky to have mentors in Mark Hickey and David Reed, who are partners of our firm. They offer great guidance, and they're always challenging me, I think, to go that one step further and look at doing things differently and I guess being a better lawyer because of that.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks for having me.